That's right.
That's really good. That's really good. Thank you to the people of Kinmen for being so nice and so friendly. So we're going to go check out a field where they actually grow the sorghum for the Kaoliang. So let's go check that out. We have reached the next spot on our journey today, and I am literally sitting in the middle of a sorghum field. So this is the plant that here they call it Kaoliang. It's the main ingredient of the Kaoliang Jiu that you saw being added to the mixture yesterday. And you can just see these huge plants. They look almost exactly like corn plants, except at the top you've got all these little buds, which this is the part that they take off and process and use for the making of the Kaoliang Jiu. Did you say hi to the cow?
Yeah, I did, but she really scares me actually. I don't want to get too close to those horns.
This plant right here, sorghum, is actually one of the most important crops in Asia.
How many bottles of Kaoliang can you do with this field?
I'm guessing quite a lot. I think we're gonna hop back on the road. Really enjoyed being in the sorghum field. You know, living in Kaohsiung in the big city, I don't often get to come out and see nature like this. Just huge fields of beautiful plants, much like you would see back home in Canada, except of course in Canada this would be corn, not sorghum. I am just loving being out in nature today, checking out this beautiful island, and I can't wait to see what we find next. The bus has taken us to our next spot here, and this looks really interesting. Looks like an old military bunker built on the side of a mountain. So you can see here right behind me. These days I don't think it is a military installation, but it is used by the Kinmen Kaoliang Jiu Corporation as an underground storage cellar for some of their prized collection of Kaoliang. This is pretty wild. These are probably the biggest tanks that I've ever seen, and according to them, they're all just about full of Kaoliang Jiu liquor. And as you can see, this space is literally hollowed out of the inside of a mountain that used to be a military installation. So it's got this sort of eerie, cave-like, mine-like feeling in here. It's a little bit cold, and just these massive tanks. Woo. Big echo in here as well. So we're just gonna keep on sneaking our way through this tank-filled cavern and see how deep we go. All right, Louis, at this point we're literally standing amongst the world's supply of Kaoliang.
Yes, the reserve of Kaoliang, oh my god.
Never seen anything like this before. I don't think anybody will ever go thirsty in Taiwan again. Whew. That's crazy. Alright, so they've brought us into this very special section of the distillery, and this is where they store the prized casks of Kaoliang. And they told me that these are over 8 years old, some of them are even older than that, and each barrel is worth more than 6 million NT.
So Wes, here we have a Kaoliang that is almost 10 years old.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah, we already tried a lot of Kaoliang since we're here, but this one is probably the best one so far.
And he literally took this directly out of one of these containers, so...
Exactly.
I was gonna say it's fresh, but I mean it's 10 years old.
That's right.
I like it.
It's quite strong, this one.
It's incredibly strong.
I feel this one is stronger than the one we had yesterday.
I think so. We are finished up here in the catacombs. This was probably one of my favorite parts about this whole trip, is seeing these beautiful old casks just sitting down here in this mine with this beautiful Kaoliang Jiu just aging away over the course of 8 to 10 years. Amazing. Alright, so we're going to a third section of this storage facility, and I just had to hop into the back of the bus here and take a sip of my coffee, which has been waiting for me for a couple hours now. So this one really feels like you're down in a mine. You have to duck really low. Wow. Alright, I think that wraps up our trip of the storage facility here at the Kaoliang Jiu facility on Kinmen Island. All along the journey today, I've never really been quite sure where we're going, but it's always been some interesting or fascinating or historic place, so I'm excited to see what comes next. Alright, I'm helping to make Kaoliang here.
Nice.
I'm about to try some of the freshest Kaoliang possible. It just came out of the processing machine. Wow. That's really good actually. It's so smooth, it's so warm. I think I'm starting to become a very big fan of Kaoliang Jiu, I have to say it. And a little caveat here, this is 80% alcohol. 80%. So this is definitely the strongest drink I've ever had before 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's 9 a.m. The shot of Kaoliang at 9 a.m. is priceless.
So I apologize if you can't hear over the noise. Again, I'm right in the heart of this Kaoliang factory. So we just learned that 100 kilograms of this sorghum, of the actual raw Kaoliang, will produce about 40 to 42 liters of the actual Kaoliang Jiu alcohol. So obviously they need a ton of this stuff, and it's all grown locally right here on Kinmen Island. So I don't think it can be overstated that one of the largest benefits of having Kaoliang Corporation on Kinmen Island is that it really does provide very high quality, stable jobs for the residents here. What a great day we've had. We've just come here to an ancient street here in Kinmen Island. The high school students are laughing at me from behind me. But it's so it is dinner time. We're just gonna enjoy this area, walk around a little bit, find something to eat. And I think that's it for today's video. Definitely catch up with you again tomorrow. We've still got a full day of filming tomorrow. Thank you for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.